Morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. Today I'm making a chicken salad. I was debating between chicken salad or chicken macaroni salad because I do them differently, but I just decided on the chicken salad. Now what I did was I boiled a whole breast, not half a breast. I boiled the whole breast of a chicken, both sides, and I think 30 minutes or so just till it was done. I didn't add salt to it because I have stock now. I have chicken stock from that, and I'm going to can that up. And then what I did was I tore into little pieces like this when it cooled. And now I'm going to be putting my vegetables in it. You know, when you think about food, if I say orange, what vitamin do you think of? Vitamin C. You think of, if I say banana, what nutrient do you think of? Potassium. If I sit there and mention other vegetables, if I mention spinach, what do you think of? You think of the iron, the nutrient iron. So, you think, well, there's no other nutrients in it. Yes, there are. There's a whole bunch of nutrients in each food, but it's in different combinations. That is the thing. Bananas might be high in potassium, but they've got other vitamins and minerals and acids and stuff in them that you need. If you think of an orange, you've got the bioflavonoids and the vitamin C and other nutrients in there as well. So they're not in the same strength, the nutrients. In other words, let's say if there's 100 milligrams of vitamin C, there's going to be 100 milligrams in every vegetable, lettuce, and fruit that you eat. No, they all come at different levels. They all have a lot of vitamins in them. But when you're very versatile in your diet and when you prepare a meal, one vitamin might, like beets, are high in iron, but they have other nutrients that are in there. So when you have the potatoes, if you have potatoes with it, you know potatoes are high in starch, which is a natural sugar. But those skins have other things in it which trickle through it as well. So everything when you make these dishes. So don't think that one food has one nutrient in it. They all have, let me get a knife for this. They all have nutrients in them. It's just the combination. One has one higher than the other accordingly. And that's how you have to look at it. So don't ever look at one thing and say, oh, this just has this, and no, it's got a whole bunch of other stuff in it as well. And that is a mistake. I don't know why these are all going bad so fast. I just bought these things. Oh well. So, in that aspect, more versatile your diet, more nutrients you'll get in different combinations according to what your body needs. If you eat the same thing all the time, you're going to get the same nutrients in the same combination, and you might need a higher nutrient of something else, and it's not high enough in that. And that's why you have to sit there and be very versatile in your eating habits. And the ARE states point blank that for every vegetable under the ground, because those are acid, you have to have two above the ground, which are alkaline. That's hard to balance. I'm not going to say it's easy. It's not. I mess up on that a lot, though I do work at it. putting in about half a bell pepper, but I cut some away, so I'm taking some from this. Thank God I'm going shopping tomorrow. Now, little trivia. In Europe and in Canada, you can get the B vitamin folic acid. You can get, the doctors will prescribe 5 to 10 milligrams for a pregnant woman because they know the RNA, DNA building blocks of your cells need it. Ours is controlled by the federal government. Would you like to know why? It is a natural sulfur for our body, folic acid. Doctors were having trouble. Well, researchers, I guess. Researchers? I don't know. Company, whatever it is that it was interfering with them trying to get the medication into our bodies and to where it wouldn't throw it out like it's poison. who was. So they went to Congress. Congress passed a bill to lower that folic acid. Now you can become anemic, because that's one of the things that can cause anemia if you don't get enough. But a doctor, if he says you're anemic, he thinks you're folic acid. But like I had said, there is protein anemia, there is iron anemia, there's B6 anemia, pantothenic acid anemia, and folic acid anemia. And folic acid is extremely important for the building of our tissues and everything else. Other countries know it, and they make sure that you get a good high dosage when you're pregnant. In this country, unless you know somebody in the medical profession who will give you a script for it, you won't get it. You would have to take, I think, let's see, they have it at 600 micrograms or something like that. They have it at really low dosage for us. And we have a lot of children that have problems. When the food is natural, it has everything that we need in it. You don't have to take things out. But anyway, that's why they control folic acid, because the body will not accept medication. So they have to lower that folic acid down so your body will accept the medication. Because your body will treat it like poison. Maybe the body knows something that we don't know. The government controls the food that we eat, unless you grow it yourself. You know, I need this. I remember when I was growing up, and I'm sure people my age remember, the agricultural department had no control over farmers. None whatsoever. Farmers could sit there and grow their food and sell it, and if you went to the farm, you could get a deal, which was really nice. I mean, my mother could be driving down the highway with us and pull over on the roadside, and you'd see farmers giving you a basket. You give them a little bit of money, go and they'll give you a little hand shovel, and go dig up what you want and come back, and they would sit there and weigh it or see what you got, and you pay them for it. Agriculture Department, the Department of Agriculture and Management, but when they came in, what they did was they made a deal with the farmer that they'll supply everything, and the farmer plants it and they harvest it. But there was a little stipulation in it that if you eat one piece of that food, you're in trouble, because you might own the land, but everything that grows on it, they claim it's theirs. And then they started controlling the prices, and then farmers couldn't make deals or anything else like they used to, and get, you know, and you could really feed your family at that time. It was easy. Like I told you, my girlfriend, that bloody cherry tree, she had to irritate the ants. We were out of that tree in a hurry, I tell you. Food was all over the place. I see food growing wild here, but if I bring it to people's attention, some people get upset and they rip it out of the ground because somebody knows it's food. But that's when the Department of Agriculture and Management came in, No matter where you go, the food is locked in prices. I think it has something to do with that was the beginning steps. God, how old was I? I was in junior high school. I think it began in wait a minute, 53 or 67. God, that would have had to have been the early 60s. When it was an idea formulated and it came into being. Because I came up here by a certain age with my parents' divorce. But I remember my girlfriend, she came in. I said, because I knew she had a farm, so I expected her to come with a lot of, good food from the farm. And she told me they gave her father a really good deal. The Department of Agriculture, I'll never forget this, of Agriculture Department. And they said that, they would give him the seeds and he could plant it. But when he got the seeds and stuff and he planted it, he realized every bit of land that he owned, the government claimed that. He could not even have a little garden on the side of his home and grow food for his family. She said that my father is locked in because it wasn't a one-year contract. It was many years. He was very angry about it. And the only thing that she could have for lunch was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and water because of a decision. Something that looks that good, it ain't. As they say, it ain't good. You sit there and read the fine print because they have underlining things in it. Have to judge for yourself. I'm putting sweet peppers in here, 3 of them. So that's some history about that department growing. So farmers are now locked in with that contract. I think the cattle ranches are too. I'm not sure about that, but the food is being controlled. Prices are controlled. If you're looking for a deal, you won't get any real deal no matter what because the price is already locked in. Let's put a few pepperoncinis in this. Put a slit in it to get the fluid out so I can sit there and chop them without having fluid all over the place. Only want two. Oh shoot, this got too cold. Hold on a minute. I'm actually making another batch of yogurt and I got it too cold. I'll get back to this in a minute. A couple of minutes, and I'll have it back where it needs to be. Trying to get it to 108, I had it way down by 96. I don't want to make this real hot, I just want a little bit in it. I put parsley and pepper, and I'm putting oregano in here. Oregano goes really good with cold salads. They really do, or cold plates. Yes, I'm adding some mustard to this. Not a lot. That was about a tablespoon of mustard that I added. Guess I'm going to be making more mayonnaise. I have to. See, Yoda is so picky about its temperature. Okay, almost there. So keep an eye on it. I forgot about it when I was working. I'll be back. I have to make mayonnaise. Okay, I got the mayonnaise made. I'm going to be adding more to this. I'm going to have to clean the spoon. So good. I know you see me licking my spoon, my fingers, and tasting things because they taste good. Now you can half this recipe. I mean, you can use half of the chicken breast, and if you just want to make it for one person, you can just sit there and take half a chicken breast and just cut a piece off and cook it. Or if you fried chicken, you can take the skin off if you wish. I dice the skin up in it and I take the gristle off and chop it up as well. But you don't even have to do that. You can take the meat off and just make your own. Okay, that's it. I'm content. So, that's how I make one a minute. Like I say, I change the recipes all the time, but this is one of a lot of different recipes of chicken salad that I make. Bye-bye and enjoy your day.